When it comes to riding bikes, it'll bring out so many different personalities in people. It will showcase all different aspects of riding bikes, different lifestyles, and how people approach different things. I mean, the different personalities I've come across through different people over the years riding BMX, riding mountain bike. Incredible. I mean, I first picked up a camera back in 2001. It was a borrowed camera. We just went out, me and my friends, we went filming for the day. We clipped the camera into the TV at the end of the day and watched the entire thing back, and we loved it. Big records.
Look, Gary! That's good, that does. Yeah!
And the thing is, you haven't got to be a fucking expert with a camera or an editing software to be a filmer. So when I started college, many years ago now, I went to college for 3 years. Whilst in college, there was other people there, people that I went to school with, doing media studies. Now at first, I didn't have a fucking clue what that was. So you're doing media studies, what does it mean? They're like, oh, we're working out how to use cameras and stuff, different editing softwares. What are you going to use that for? It kind of felt to me, they took the kind of easy route. They didn't care about media studies. It was just an easy way of doing 3 years at college just to get something done. They weren't getting paid for it. I did 3 years of engineering. I was doing an apprenticeship. I was getting paid. Literally, my first paycheck went on a camera. Funny enough, I bought it off Sam Kirk from Amp Cycle Works. He owned a JVC at the time. He wasn't using it anymore, so I bought the camera off him and the editing studio, and I went out and bought a laptop. Did I have a clue what I was doing? No, not a fucking clue. And that's the way I've always liked it. Just grab the shit, learn it yourself. You don't need to do bloody media studies in college to learn how to turn on a bloody camera, point and shoot, turn on a computer, read the instructions on an editing software, and away you fucking go. Hello? So what you got to understand, for the first 12 years of filming BMX, all I had was a video camera that filmed with tapes. It's fucking relentless. Every month I'll have to go on eBay, buy a batch of like 20 tapes. I must have about 400 tapes stored at home. It was even more, but I had to get rid of some of them. They were sort of overloading me. A lot of the footage now is kind of stored on hard drives, but holy shit, they were the good old days. And what you gotta understand, you try and do vlogs with videotapes these days, it would never bloody happen. As soon as everything turned digital, everything turned into SD cards, I was away. The process sped up a lot. You know, I'm no expert in filming. I'm no expert in editing. I'm no expert in riding. I'm not really an expert in anything. Apart from engineering, I'm pretty good at that. How's it going, alright?
I went that way.
I'm not an expert in anything. I'm not an expert on BMX, mountain bike, editing, using cameras, this whole YouTube thing. Baskett the amateur. Always have been, always will be. I mean, when I first turned on the camera and started talking to it properly, doing these vlogs, it took me about 3 days. 3 days to actually put together something properly. I couldn't string a sentence. I still can't now. I gotta cut these videos up like fucking mad to try and get it all to link on, because sometimes my brain doesn't function with my mouth. I'm saying everything fluent in my mind, but as soon as it comes out my mouth, it's kind of like la, 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 la. If my brain actually worked with my mouth, oh man, it'd be happy days. But that's why I do this YouTube thing, to kind of help with that. I've been doing it now for kind of 2 years. Has it helped? A little bit. I think I've progressed a little bit, and that's what it's all about. And I've definitely progressed more with being more sociable. Cool, I was an antisocial cunt. Turn up to the skate park, headphones in. I'd only talk to kind of people that I knew. But nowadays, I'll just go into the woods. I'll talk to any old fucker. I meet up with people that I've never met before. I ride with people that I've never met before, and we have a good time. And that is where this YouTube thing has worked for me. And I've got to a stage in my riding where I know I'm not going to kind of progress heavily now. I'm at a stage where I'm kind of like stuck. I just like doing what I'm doing. I just like hucking myself over gaps. I like going down hills really, really fast. I just like riding with new people, filming with new people, and kind of learning new things based on the editing side of things. Just basic things. I'm not trying to get too technical with the whole situation. In most cases, when you get some decent clips, decent footage, the editing becomes really, really easy. And all I use is iMovie on the Mac. I'm not a full-blown geek when it comes to the whole editing situation, and my cameras are really basic, but I feel like I get shit done. And yeah, some people seem to think that you got to spend thousands and thousands on cameras and editing softwares. You haven't. And sometimes people kind of overcomplicate situations, they overcomplicate videos, and it becomes a bit tedious. Some of the best BMX videos ever made, most basic. If you ever get a chance, if you've never watched it before, Little Devil, Criminal Mischief, the most basic video ever put together, but it's the best. There is no HD, it was all filmed on kind of VX videotape, but my oh my. But the way they put that together back in 2000, incredible, still incredible now. I always kind of look forward in life and think, what's next? What am I actually doing next? I'm working a job that I don't really like anymore. I've done it for sort of 16 years now. When I first started, I loved it. Now, I do want change, but I'm a stubborn bastard. I've always been a stubborn bastard, stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my ways when it comes to filming, stuck in my ways when it comes to riding, and stuck in my ways when it comes to working. But the only person that can change all that is yourself. If you're working a 9 to 5 that you don't really like, the only person that can change that is yourself. If you're riding bikes at the moment and you're not really happy with the way you're riding a bike, the only person that can change that is yourself. And if you're making videos and the final production is not quite up to your taste, the only person that can change that is yourself. So yeah, I'm trying to get all inspirational on you fuckers. A lot of you youngsters, I feel like a lot of you youngsters need to pick up a camera, need to get your friends together, go out, ride more, film more, sit together and watch the video after. And that is the way you progress, that is the way your scene will grow. It is the best way of doing things. It's how me and my friends all started out. We just went out with a big old camera, videotape, filmed everything that we did in that day, went back to a friend's house, plugged it into the VCR, we all sat there, watched it, and boom, we were fucking hooked. But based on all the people that I first started riding with, I kind of feel like I'm the last man standing. How long can I go on for? I said it before and I'll say it again. I started this whole YouTube thing, kind of as a selfish thing, to kind of motivate myself to keep riding. That was the whole thing with it. I felt like every time I was going out, I was filming, I had a kind of video in mind, I had a kind of setup in mind, and I felt like doing all the gaps and stuff, there was a reason for it. And the day that I wake up and suddenly riding becomes boring to me, I don't want to do it anymore. Hopefully that never happens, but when it does, my YouTube will kind of pass on. Hopefully there'll be other riders on the local scene that will kind of carry it on, and that's kind of like my plan at the moment. The more riders that I kind of ride with, get stoked with to watch the videos and stuff, I kind of pass on that motivation to the next person, and the scene carries on. I never want the scene to die in the local area. I want the scene to keep going and going and going. So when I'm an old crippled man, I can suddenly venture out to the skate park. I'll be like, hey boys, I used to do this when I was a youngster. They'll be like, fuck off grandpa. I'll be like, yeah, you're killing it boys, and I'll be there with whatever cameras around in like 20 years time, and I'll kind of look back on things and think, everything I did for a reason. And that's kind of what it's all about. Sometimes you do all this crazy shit all your life. What I do it all for, then all that happens, the next group of riders, the up and coming riders come up, they see the shit that I've done, and it kind of motivates them to redo it, one-up it, all that shit. And boom, the scene carries on in one big loop. It never dies. Well, I'm hoping it never dies. See, people ask me for advice on making videos and stuff, what cameras to use and stuff. You just got to make it up as you go along.
Straight out, let's get this shit done, innit? Oh my god! Yeah, boy!
So what you call this is my rest day. I took a little stroll around Kingscliff Woods. I'm actually waiting for Grace to return from her hen do. I've got to pick her up from the train station at some point, so I couldn't make any plans today to go riding, but you always need your rest days. The last 2 days have been a bit manic, trying to manual hills as fast as I possibly can, going down through the woods as fast as I possibly can. But hey, I'm not trying to knock people that do media studies in college. If you're doing it legit, good luck to you. To be honest, based on the local scene, if there's anyone out there doing media studies, legit, I always wanted someone to kind of do a little project with. They have their own cameras, they set up the cameras, they actually film me, they put the whole project together. I have never had anyone else film me. I kind of pass people my cameras and film me, but that's kind of different. I mean someone else actually filming me with their cameras, and then they put the edit together without me actually seeing any of it. Then I see the sort of project after. I've only ever filmed and edited videos of myself. Always. Since the early 2000s, that is how it's been. Every single video that I've featured in riding has been made by myself. I've never sort of been involved in any other video projects or anything. No BMX teams or mountain bike teams, but now, especially for this YouTube thing, a really cool idea. Go into the woods. I'd rather do this on mountain bike. Go into the woods, let them set up the cameras and stuff. They can work out the angles and stuff. I'm just going to say what I'm going to jump, what I'm going to do, see what they come up with after. So if you're doing media studies, you're a bit of a youngster, up and coming filmer, and you're in the local area, Somerset area, and you fancy doing that, give Baskett a shout. I'll get a couple other riders involved. I will shoot some stuff. Just get a camera, go out there with your friends and have some bloody fun. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching and bye for now. You smell like shit, mate. You smell like poo poo.